I can see you over there. All right, it's Mr. Sanders, yeah, you know how we yell. You know how we yell. Out here, baby. It's Mr. Sanders, yeah. Here we go. I was watching a random podcast, Coach Barry Robinson, and he was talking about other stuff, but then he said this random quote. He said,
like the coolest thing ever happened, and I think it happened because I stopped caring about success and I started taking care of myself.
When I started taking care of myself more than I cared about success, things started to work out for me. I thought that quote was bars. It was just bars. But my initial reaction was, but if I do that, will I be successful?
It's like, oh no, take care of yourself. That sounds crazy.
I mean, we all love the no sleep grind, or you gotta want success more than you want air to breathe. We all know, like, the young, successful entrepreneur stories. They're like, yeah, I've made this much money by the age of 22. And I really wanted, like, one of those, like, young entrepreneur, I'm really smart, like, I figured it out, success stories. And then I just kept getting older and older, and I couldn't figure nothing out. So, yeah. There's two things that I want to point out in all my failures, and a reason why this quote may be so pivotal for some people's lives. Number one, the idea of success
has turned into
rushing to prove something to someone. Like, under the surface, a lot of the times, it's just, you're just trying to prove something to someone else. Starting out with something like this as your compass, you're ignoring your internal feelings and being guided off other people's whims. And so I think where you end up with that kind of compass, you're gonna be frustrated. And I think mine was like, I'm just trying to prove how smart and entrepreneurial I am, and people are like rushing. And I think that's what a lot of the overspending and the credit cards and all that stuff is. It's just like you're trying to skip steps to prove something to other people, and ultimately in this rushing to prove something to someone else, you end up slowing yourself down. And what I mean by skipping steps is, a lot of times we'll do a couple reps of something and expect like magnificent results, or we'll read a book one time and assume that's understanding, or take a few notes and think we've gotten what we're supposed to have gotten. But I think sometimes we do what we think the work is, and really that leaves us only at the edge of understanding, when we should be reading the book 2 or 3 or 4 times, watching the video 2 or 3 or 4 times, taking notes in extreme detail, and that gets us closer to actual understanding. But a lot of times we don't see that because we want things so fast. Something that we could get into is maybe we should all be redefining what we think success is. Like, have a new definition of what success is, and a clear definition of what success is, because it's a very vague term, and then you'll just be like, hey, that guy's successful, and maybe all he can do that's different than you is just afford more things.
It's a scam.
That's it. That's like the only difference between you and him, is he can afford more material things, but that's successful. I'm not going to go into redefining our idea of success, because a lot of the times we've been so mesmerized by the mainstream idea of success that it's hard to break that conditioning. That's like almost you got to taste that mainstream version of success to realize that it's overrated, I think, because we're just so mesmerized by this concept, and we're rushing to get there, not taking care of ourselves at all to get there. I'm very, very, very guilty, and I'll probably finish this video and then because it's like you're so conditioned and so caught up in the world around you, and it's like everybody's running around like chickens with their head cut off, and you feel like if you're not in the same atmosphere, then you feel like you're doing something wrong. To build something magnificent, you need a solid foundation.
These things take time.
On the way to success, a solid foundation is stuff like real skills in certain area and real emotional intelligence and emotional balance. But to get skills take a long time. A lot of people are like, I don't want to do all that. I just want to like hurry up and find like a get rich quick scheme and jump on that. And then you got shiny object syndrome, where you're jumping to one thing to the next thing to the next thing to the next thing. And then the emotional side of it is like, on the emotional side, there's going to be a lot of ups and downs and lefts and rights and good days and bad days. And if you're going to be able to emotionally handle everything that's going to come out at you, usually things like meditation or some other quieting practice will help quiet your mind to handle those situations. But if you're in a constant, I just want to power through everything, you're probably gonna eventually hit something that's too difficult to power through, and you won't have the emotional balance to withstand that wave or to withstand that hard time, because you're too sporadic in thought. The analogy is almost like that. It's like, I don't want to stretch. Like if I work out a lot, I don't want to stretch and take care of myself because I just want to keep working out. But it's like, obviously you got to take care of your muscles if you want to go far, be healthy. But like, people will be like, I got to work, but I don't want to take care of my spirit or my emotions because I just want to work.
At least do simple shit.
Go on a daily walk. Take naps. Have periods of the day where you do absolutely nothing so your brain can catch up. Go to bed at a decent time and actually get all the sleep that you need. Motivational quotes. If you don't take care of yourself, you start to crumble. And then that gets into the idea of self-sabotaging. Like, I want to get here, but maybe your unconscious is saying we're not healthy where we're at, so we don't even want to put more on our plate because we can barely handle where we're at right now. So we got to take care of this stuff back here before we move any further. But you're like, I want success more than anything. You're trying to move along, but your own self is holding you back because your soul and your internal being is telling you we are not ready for this and we don't want more, because where we're at now is already too much, but you're trying to ignore that part. So that's why I think this quote is so instrumental, because if you take care of yourself, you can move further and faster than if you don't take care of yourself. And the last point on this whole idea is the desperation aspect. Like, if you approach people with your cup full, with your soul feeling good, your body feeling good, I think even through the camera, even through the phone conversations, through everything, I think there's an energy or radiancy that you could feel when somebody's desperate and feeling empty versus somebody that's feeling full and taken care of. And if you don't take care of yourself, nobody can take care of you the way you could take care of you. And so if you're interacting with other people from a sense of desperation because you feel empty, that's just gonna slow your progress down even more. So it's like you're skipping steps if you're trying to rush to success. You're getting in your own way, self-sabotaging, because your own body is telling you don't move forward. We don't feel okay right now, so we don't want to pile up more on our plate. And then number 3, which I said I had 2 points, but I have 3 points, is people are gonna sense your desperation and emptiness and void when you're trying to approach them if you're not taking care of yourself and if you're not already feeling good. So that's why this quote is like it's so powerful, because it's like, if you don't pay attention to it, you have these 3 things that just slow you down. And I think your own body is like a very intelligent thing, and I'm almost speaking of it as in like there's 2 persons inside of you. I think if you take care of yourself will sense that it's taken care of, and then it will get out of its own way and you'll feel better. But if you don't take care of yourself, all your body's gonna be doing is sending signals that something's wrong. And I remember hearing a quote the other day that all sicknesses or whatever may stem from some emotional thing that's underlying. And doing simple things to take care of yourself, those symptoms quail, and it's almost like you're communicating to yourself that you're okay, that you're doing all right. So yeah, I think I can end the video there. I said everything. Hopefully it didn't seem like I rambled too much. I was really hoping I didn't miss anything that whole video. So yeah, it's Mr. Sanders. It's Mr. Sanders, yeah. Yeah.